Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? Make plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Jealousy cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like control. Yeah, like control. Don't work like that when you love somebody. My old flex is my new flex now, and we're working on it. That's why I need all the energy that you bring to me. My last girl would tear me apart, but she never wanna split a thing with me. But when it comes to you, I think I like. This is by Black Journal. This inventor is Miss Gladys West. She invented the GPS. She is an African American lady, or FBA, a foundational Black American. That's what she is. She invented the GPS.
Family and friends to keep spreading our eye-opening Black narrative, and kindly subscribe to Stay Put for more, while you also keep the channel growing. Your support means a great deal to us. Let's begin. 1. Gladys West, mathematician who gave us GPS. Gladys West, 1930 till present, is a mathematician whose extremely detailed model of the Earth became the foundation of GPS that is used today in countless applications, including navigation and communication. Born in 1930 in a small community in Virginia, Gladys West fantasized about escaping rural life and felt that education was her only way out. She earned top grades to win a full scholarship to Virginia State College and took on babysitting and teaching jobs to support herself. In 1956, shortly after graduating with a master's in mathematics, she was hired by the U.S. Naval Surface Warfare Center, at the time becoming only the second Black woman ever to be hired at the facility. The very first computers arrived during that time, so she quickly learned how to program to analyze satellite data. After showcasing her skills working on award-winning studies looking at Pluto's motion relative to Neptune, she was named project manager for the CSAT radar altimetry project, the first satellite that could monitor the oceans. It was here that she created the detailed mathematical model of the shape of the Earth, which accounted for things like gravitational and tidal forces that changed the Earth's shape. However, after retiring in 1998 and recovering from a stroke, Gladys West went back to school to earn her PhD at the age of 70. It was only in 2017, after the release of the movie Hidden Figures, that she started to receive recognition for her role in revolutionizing navigation. 2. John Standard. He was said to be born in 1891 and hailed from Newark, New Jersey. He is known to have patented an improvement in the design of refrigerator and a gas stove design. John Standard lived in a time when racial discrimination was notorious in American society, and African Americans were looked down on by the American whites. John Standard's obscurity comes as a direct example of the racial mindset of the people. Surprisingly, even with the existence of a huge number of information websites on the World Wide Web, there is not one reliable source that can provide any substantially complete information about John Standard. However, what has been documented about him is that he patented an improvement in the design of the refrigerator on June 14, 1891. Contrary to a widespread belief, John Standard did not invent the refrigerator. He applied an improvement to its design. Another of John Standard's inventions was a portable form of stove that he patented on October 29, 2013. John Standard lived a life of obscurity, owing to the oppressive time he lived in. It is speculated that John Standard worked as a help for American white women and aided in sewing chores. Records were not made for African Americans, and there is wide speculation of John's birth and death records. In fact, there is no substantial record of John Standard's death or his family life. It comes as a surprise that such a person who contributed such key inventions to everyday innovation was lost to obscurity owing to a misplaced sense of racial bias. A search in the death records directory gives no result of the information of birth and death of a person named John Standard. All information that is available is through word of mouth, which is highly unreliable. It comes as a shame as to how prominent people could be ignored and downsized because they did not belong to the appropriate color. 3. Lewis Howard Latimer. Born on September 4th, 1848 to December 11th, 1925.
Not talk to me because they think that I, at the age of 16, did something with her partner at the time. And I have been a nervous wreck to talk about something like this and to tell this story. A, because of my family. B, because I don't want people, it's not to hurt people to tell my story. But at the same time, I've been working through this so much in therapy, and this is something that goes way deep to my core in terms of worthiness and how I feel about myself, where I have to fully confront it and face it and talk about it, but talk about it because I also want to shed light for the women and the men and anybody who has gone through something like this, where you were underage and something in that sort of manner happened in terms of that sort of word of abuse. And I feel like I have to be careful with what I'm saying here because I don't want to be banned from talking about these situations. But yeah, so one of my aunts does not talk to me because I guess she felt like I did something with her partner at that time. And nothing happened, but
So many people think that it is a Tina's husband, you guys, that she's talking about. But they're having a big argument about Ashley between Tony and Tamar. They do not want Ashley to broadcast family secrets out. Now y'all know the Braxton, they got an image that they want to keep. So anyway, Tony and Tamar is feuding over having Ashley on the show. So Ashley Braxton alleges an aunt cut her off over inappropriate contact with her uncle at the age of 16. And you know what? According to the National Resource Center on Violence Against Women in the Black Community, 1 in 4 Black girls will be SA before the age of 18, and 1 in 5 Black women are survivors of SA. So most incidents of this SA go unreported. Because you can see that what happens is that the most of the time the African American woman is re-victimized all over again. And say, for instance, this is a perfect example of once she came out and said what happened to her, then she felt like the aunts, Ashley felt that the aunts had abandoned her, right? So most of these incidents of SA will go unreported, and survival might suffer from mental health issues such as depression, post-traumatic stress disorder. So I'm saying that right here, historically in the Black community, they want you to stay quiet. Shh, shh, shh. You just got to morally accept it. The morally right thing to do is to shh, be quiet. Don't say anything, because after all, we got to keep the family looking good to the public. So anyway, as you can see sitting at this table, they are discussing Ashley being on the show. Tamar gets upset and say, you guys wanted, you guys sent me a cease to desist letter as well. In my opinion, I'm just saying that they didn't want Ashley on the show because they want Ashley to carry this inside. Don't say nothing. You have to suffer on the inside. Just keep it quiet. But one thing I like about Ashley is she did the work. It's not her responsibility to carry other people's burdens, these predators' burden in our heart. But anyway, you guys, she's stirring the pot, and they sitting at this table. All of them sitting at the table while Tamar's telling them that she is on the show. I invited her on that show, and they do not want Ashley on the show. Well, now, this Braxton niece is stirring the family pot this holiday season. Ashley Braxton. She's the daughter of Michael Braxton Jr. Recently opened up on social media about why one of her famous aunts cut her off. Apparently, it has to do with a man and inappropriate contact with Ashley now while she was a minor. She is now 32 years old, you guys, and it's getting ready to stir these sisters up. I've never seen Tony so mad that Tamar invited her little niece. But anyway, you guys, stay tuned because this niece, have really stirred that family pot.
I wanted her to come to a safe place to tell her story. And all of this happened right before we started shooting season 2 of the Braxtons. Next thing I know, y'all tried to shut down my entire business. Same thing, a cease and desist is shutting down my business. Exhibit B. I got a cease and desist before Ashley was on my podcast. I didn't even say anything involved in any way, shape, or form of sending a cease and desist letter. My name was nowhere on it. Nobody wanted to come to my defense. So you gonna sit there and say, Tony Braxton? Tony Braxton. No. Tony Braxton never had your back. I got Tony Braxton. I want to become one of those.